Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're on a trip and you think to yourself, man, I really want to do something fun, but how can I do it without spending any money? Well, let's explore that. Hey, what's up, World Wide Web? Welcome back to the channel where we are exploring my mind and exploring the world. Today I'll be talking about how to find free travel activities. Now, of course, most people, when they think of things to do, what they do is they go to TripAdvisor or they go onto these travel sites, and that is a great thing because there are lots of really fun activities that you can find on TripAdvisor and lots of all these other travel sites and travel blogs and stuff. But sometimes there are certain sites where they're just really trying to campaign for their own activities in which you have to pay them money, which is fine. If you want to pay them money and you think that that is valuable to you, by all means. However, there are going to be times where you might not want to spend as much, or you just don't have as much to spend. So what do? Well, obviously, you can search free things to do in insert city here, and then you're going to get a huge list of things in your Google search, which is fine. If you want to take your time to search through all of those things, that's great, and sometimes you can find really great resources on where to find free things to do. But my number one tip on how to find free things to do in whichever city you're traveling and touring in is to ask and talk to locals. Of course, who knows the city or area that you are staying in better than the people who live there? They know all of the cheaper restaurants and all the nice restaurants because they've been to every single one of them. Maybe not every single one of them, but they've been to enough to know what to say. And because they live there, they also know where to find cheap or free things to do in the city. Let me tell you a quick story. I was in PEI with my friends in a little town called Cavendish, and PEI is really beautiful in summer. It's really nice, great fields and beautiful beaches, and there's the Green Gables house if you want to go check that out. The only problem is they charge for a lot of things. So the Ella Montgomery house or the Green Gables house, both of those costed money, as well as not necessarily the beach, but the gate to get into the beach to park your car. That costed money. Those places were great, but I had this idea in my head that we could go cliff jumping. So after we went to the Green Gables house, we passed by this lemonade stand run by these two girls, and their mom was helping them sell lemonade so that they could raise money for, I don't know, maybe just trying to make some money. Anyway, we stopped to get some lemonade because I've never actually been to a lemonade stand before. And I asked the mom, is there anywhere in this area that we could go cliff jumping or bridge jumping? And she said, I don't know about cliff jumping, but I think there's a bridge called Stanley Bridge that you could head off to. So we looked it up on Google and found the bridge, and what do you know, there's lots of people. And guess what? It was free because it was just some bridge with a river, and we wouldn't have found the place if we didn't talk to the mom of the two girls running the lemonade stand. I had an awesome time going bridge jumping, more than I had spending time at the beach or I was at the Green Gables house. And right next to that bridge was a little clam and seafood shop, and there were some really fresh and cheap oysters, and so we got a bunch of them, and one of the shopkeepers actually taught us how to shuck an oyster, and it was kind of really interesting because now we know how to shuck an oyster, and none of this would have happened if we didn't ask locals or talk to locals. Also, sometimes if you befriend a local, they can tell you what the prices are for certain things, and you won't get crazy high tourist rates. So there's my piece of advice. Talk to locals. It's actually a really nice thing. Just be careful who you talk to. Make sure that you at least think it's safe enough. But that's just my piece of advice. If you guys have any more advice on how to find free activities in a city that you travel in, let me know. You can subscribe to this channel to be notified for the next video, which is will be next Thursday. You can hit like if you like it. But that's all from me. I'll see you guys later. Till next time, go explore something.